Welcome to Baton Rouge, and perhaps the greatest venue in all of college football. After 2 straight wins on the road, LSU is finally home in front of their rabid fans. The atmosphere in Death Valley is intimidating, and tonight's guest, Mississippi State, will soon be reminded that this is one tough place for all visiting teams.
Craziest game I ever played in would probably be a night game at LSU.
Freshman year, and I seen the bus rocking back and forth. I was like, are these fans serious?
LSU is like the crowd just down on you, you know.
Definitely LSU. Definitely LSU fans.
Here come the Tigers back at home for the first time this year. Welcome to the SEC on ESPN. It's ESPNU's College Football Prime Time presented by 5-Hour Energy. Tonight, a big one in the SEC West. The Bulldogs of Mississippi State and number 15, LSU. Hi again, everybody. Welcome to Death Valley, a fun place to watch a college football game on a Saturday night. Alongside my partner, the coach, Herm Edwards, I play Matvick. LSU on the road for the first 2 weeks. They got wins, but they weren't pretty. That offense struggled, and quarterback Jordan Jefferson, who was supposed to take a step forward this year, not in good shape after 2 weeks, and the numbers don't lie.
Well, when you look at Jordan Jefferson, the thing you understand about this kid, he has great talent, but right now he has no confidence in the passing game, and that's where they're suffering. Coach Gary Crowton is going to have to orchestrate and script some offensive passing plays early in this football game to give this guy some confidence.
Mississippi State used to be considered a soft spot in the schedule. Things are changing. They almost got a statement win against Auburn last week at home. Dan Mullen's team playing pretty good football right now. What do the Bulldogs have to do to take this crowd out of it early?
Well, Dan Mullins understands. He built his football team with his offensive line. That's the strength of this team, and when you have a good offensive line, you can run the ball, and that's what you have to do when you come on the road.
Now they'll try to do it. It won't be easy. You can see it's been almost 2 decades since the Bulldogs got a win here in Baton Rouge. And these fans have waited for the Tigers to come back to Death Valley since last November. They don't want to be disappointed. Kick coming up next. 92,000 plus chomping at the bit as number 15 LSU is moments away from kicking off its home opener. And these fans will be watching Jordan Jefferson's every move after 2 uninspiring starts. The Tigers junior quarterback pleaded with the fan base to be patient with him and realistic. Quote, "I'm a college player. I'm still learning." He asked them to keep faith in him and wait for him to help the offense. For more, let's go down to Olympic gold medalist Jessica Mendoza.
Thanks, Clay. I was able to catch up with offensive coordinator Gary Crowton yesterday. He said these LSU fans get so caught up in having that lights-out type quarterback. All they want to see as coaches, and Jordan Jefferson, is making sure he gets comfortable, manages his offense, and eliminates those big mistakes. In talking with Jordan yesterday, he said, hey, if I can just get into a rhythm early on with my wide receivers, I am definitely going to be able to gain confidence and build throughout the game. Clay, we are definitely be looking at Jordan Jefferson early on in this game.
You and a lot of folks tonight. Jarrett Lee, LSU starter in 2008, is prepared to play if Jefferson should falter, and Les Miles said he's definitely comfortable playing him, so keep an eye on that. There's Sean Broccoli, the senior from Biloxi, Mississippi. He's got it on the tee, and we're ready to go. Patrick Peterson, the main event against Carolina, 257 return yards in the opener. He's back to receive. And we're underway in Death Valley. Peterson from the 4. Finds the seam. Out at the 42-yard line.
That is a big start for LSU. Now the crowd is into the football game, and hopefully Jordan Jefferson can build on that.
A 39-yard return. And Jefferson, 11-5 as LSU starter, comes out. Taking a lot of heat after shaky games against Carolina and Vandy. In fact, a career worst game against Vanderbilt last week. 8 for 20, 96 yards, threw a pick in the end zone.
You're exactly right. And when you look at the field position that Jordan Jefferson and LSU has right now, they're in position, if they can make some early first downs, to go down and put points on the board early in this football game.
Adrian Marcus slow to get off the field.
Zach Smith is taken up.
Wow. That block right there.
Great block there. I mean, that's what you call starting it off on special teams right there now. That gets the crowd excited. That gets your football team excited on the sideline.
That was Craig Lawston that threw the block, and it was actually Zach Smith that took the shot, and he is woozy heading to the sideline. So good field position for LSU. And Jefferson will start from out of the gun. Russell Shepard comes in motion, and the first play is a pass. Covered well, caught at the 41-yard line. And Mitch Joseph with the catch. Well, Stephen Ridley had 2 fumbles in the Carolina game. He atoned for his mistakes last week against Vanderbilt. And a 159-yard night. The LSU O-line lost junior guard Will Blackwell on the first play against Carolina. Josh Williford has done a great job in his stead by all reports. Second down and 10. Jefferson buried at the 41-yard line, and again slow out of the gates. This LSU offense right with the tackle. Mississippi State has new defensive coordinators, Manny Diaz and Chris Wilson. They like to attack. Pernell McPhee is their best pass rusher. Linebackers led by Chris White, a former Georgia recruit. And the free safety Nico Whitley picked off Cam Newton last week as the Dogs held Auburn to 348 yards of total offense. They're going to need a big game here against this LSU team.
You did not want to be in 3rd and 11, opening drive.
Jefferson trying to convert on 3rd down, feels some heat, gets out of the pocket, runs. He's got enough for the first down and slides at the 45-yard line of Mississippi State. Heads up play by Jefferson, and they'll move the chains.
Exactly right. And that's why you have an athletic quarterback. They can make plays with their feet. He did a great job of reading the coverage. People were covered. He didn't panic in the pocket. Watch him here. He tucks the ball, and this is what happens when you have an athletic quarterback. They can make a first down. Now they made a wonderful first down on 3rd and 11. Now they keep the drive alive.
Now he'll step up under center. Hand off to Stephen Ridley. And he'll churn away, pick up about 4 yards on that carry. Ridley had a breakout game last week. Now 3rd in the SEC in rushing at 120 yards per game. In that Vanderbilt game last week, Coach, they handed it off to him in the second half, and they put Vandy away.
Well, Les understands that that's how you finish the game, running the football in the 4th quarter. And if you're going to win in this division, you have to be able to run the ball and put the game away in the 4th quarter.
Second down and 7 from the 42 of Mississippi State. Jefferson, little pitch. Russell Shepard. Step out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down and manageable. Les Miles in his 6th year as head coach here in Baton Rouge, fighting a cold this week and also fighting some critics. Wins over Carolina and Vanderbilt did not come easy.
Yeah, you're right, but here again, they've got the first home game. They need to win this football game. If they win this, they're 3-0. How about that?
Yeah, the bottom line is they're winning the games. That's maybe what some of the critics and fans forget. 3rd and 2. Alfred Blue in the game in the backfield. Jefferson rolling out to his left, being pursued. And again, it's going to be close to a first down. Out at the 34. Looks like he got it.
Yeah, and good play by Gary Colton. He took Jefferson and used his athleticism and rolled him to the field, knowing he had an option with 2 receivers. If they were covered, watch him here. He got him outside. Looks like he makes the first down here.
Picked up 3. First and 10.
And he makes the play.
34-yard line.
First down from the 34. Jefferson to Ridley. And Ridley is going to be stopped in the backfield. Good job by the pursuit. The defensive line. This Mississippi State defensive line is good, and the linebackers also. A couple of seniors back there.
Chris White is a very good middle linebacker. Good and key in diagnosing plays, and it's hard to run the football on Mississippi State, especially on first downs. They put 8 guys in the box. It makes it very difficult.
Second down and 11. Jefferson has time, flares it out. It's Russell Shepard, has a little room on that far sideline. It closes down quickly as Jonathan Banks, the left corner, runs him out. Shepard, a former high school quarterback, great athlete out of Houston, Texas. His focus this year, is at the wide receiver position, but we could see him run it and throw it as well tonight.
Yeah, he's the wild card of this offense, the joker you might want to call him. That he can play quarterback, he's playing wide receiver, and if you look at Gary Croton right now, he's doing a great job of orchestrating passes, nice, easy passes that Jefferson can complete.
Already 3 touchdowns this year for Shepard. Third down and 4 for Gary Croton's offense. At the 28 of Mississippi State, pressure coming. Jefferson unloads. And it's Terrence Tolliver who caught it underneath, short of the first down by a couple of yards. The senior receiver with his first catch of the night. There is Wright again. K.J. Wright, the outside linebacker.
Even though they didn't score, remember this. They took the ball and went on a nice drive. Now they got a chance to kick a field goal here, put points on the board. Jefferson has gotten a little bit of rhythm now. Did a great job of understanding they were bringing pressure, got rid of the ball, didn't take a sack. Now they're in field goal range.
This will be a 44-yard attempt from Jasper. He was good from 36 and 23 last week. And LSU's on the board. Nice drive, set up by the kickoff return, Peterson. So Jordan Jefferson gets some points on the board for his team.
Lo Galindo here in studio getting you up to date. Action over on ESPN. Clemson and Auburn, the fellas from South Carolina, open up on a 76-yard drive. Jamie Harper reversing fields. Clemson Tigers with the 7-0 lead. South Carolina also with the lead over Furman. It's Florida over Tennessee. And on the first play for Mark Ingram, he carries 48 yards, and Alabama rolls 62-13. Blake.
Thank you, Lowell. Good to see Ingram back. And fans here in Baton Rouge happy to see Jordan Jefferson lead his team on a drive, albeit a short one, and it results in points.
That's all that matters, points. First possession, they went down the football field and scored points.
Peterson's kick return helped set up that drive. 10 plays, 32 yards, and a 44-yard field goal from Jasper, and he kicks off now. And this is going to be Chad Bumpus on the return for Mississippi State, and he is upended at the 21-yard line. Tyrann Mathieu on the tackle. Now Chris Ralph making his 3rd straight start tonight. But we will probably see freshman Tyler Russell and probably early here in this game. Ralph is considered the running threat. Russell the better passing quarterback in this offense.
Yeah, and it's important for Ralph on this drive is not take any negative plays.
First offensive play for Mississippi State on the option. Ralph pitches it out to Robert Elliott. Good pursuit there by Patrick Peterson, the corner. Now there's no Anthony Dixon in the backfield this year for the Bulldogs. It's kind of by committee at the running back position. Elliott starts. The left tackle is special. Up front it's senior. Inside handoff. It's Vic Ballard. And he gets across the 25 down at the 27-yard line. As we take a look at LSU's defense, and it's got championship caliber written all over. Defensive tackle Drake Nevis leads the SEC in sacks. Middle linebacker Kelvin Shepard, he stayed at LSU after considering the NFL. And Patrick Peterson on the Thorpe Award watch list. Here's that crowd on 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, and this is a manageable down for Mississippi State. They can run or pass when it's 3rd and 3. They have both options.
92,000 plus in the ears of these Bulldogs. Little scene for Robert Elliott. It looks like he's got the first down.
Robert
Elliott just 4 carries for 14 yards last week, but Dan Mullen is pleased with his development, and they get a big pickup.
That's very important. If you continue to make first downs, guess what? You take the crowd out of the stadium now. The crowd had to settle back down. They were making some noise, and now you got the game under control. The crowd. Keep the crowd out of it.
First down of the night for Mississippi State. This offense hoping to rebound. Had a big night against Memphis a couple of weeks ago. Struggled a little bit against Auburn. Just 246 yards of total offense. Ralph to the flat. A screen for Chad Bumpus. And he's out at the 40. Bumpus led the team in rushing and receiving against Auburn. But the number's not good. 27 yards rushing, 34 receiving. A little telling about how things went against Auburn.
Yeah, and really, you want to get Bumpus the ball in the slot here because really, a lot of times he's matched up against a linebacker in zone. He can catch the ball and make 3 or 4 yards for you and put you in good 2nd down situations.
2nd and 5. Ralph. Try Bumpus again on this side. This time it's snuffed out. Brandon Taylor, the strong safety. And that's a loss of 3.
And that is a great play because the reason you throw this pass out here, you want to get one-on-one with Bumpus and a defensive back or a linebacker. That's a great tackle in space.
So now 3rd and 8. Ralph, ball comes loose. And it looks like Mississippi State recovered at the 29. Tyrann Mathieu knocked it loose. Number 14 having a big first quarter.
Yeah, but that sack was caused because of Peterson. Ralph was going to Peterson's sides, and he snuffed the receiver out. He had nowhere to go with the football when you look back at this. He wanted to throw Peterson's guy. Peterson had this guy blanketed, and that's what caused the rush to get there. Once he wants to throw it, he can't throw it. Peterson did a great job of covering.
One of the best defenses so far in the SEC. And LSU forcing Mississippi State to punt. Heath Hutchins comes on the kick. Peterson standing at the 29, calling for the fair catch. That's something that Vandy did a good job of last week. Keeping Peterson out of the return game.
You're
Jefferson
exactly right.
coming back out with the LSU offense when we return. ESPNU College Football Primetime is presented by 5 Hour Energy. Hours of energy now, no 2:30 feeling later. For more information, visit 5hourenergy.com. Death Valley, it's been called the scariest place to play in America. 3-0 LSU here in the first quarter. And since Les Miles has come to Baton Rouge, the Tigers are 24-1 on Saturday night at home. The only blemish, a loss last year to Tim Tebow in Florida.
It's a pretty good record at home, isn't it? Especially at night.
And they get a gold out
here
tonight.
a lot of games that way.
Here's a pitch to Stephen Ridley on first down. This is the second series of the night for LSU. Their first one resulted in 3 points. 10 plays, 32 yards, and a 44-yard field goal by Jasper.
And see, remember, LSU is doing a great job because the mindset of Memphis State defenses is to cause negative plays on first down. And that was a positive play for LSU.
There's Dan Mullen. 38-year-old second-year head coach of Mississippi State trying to pull an upset tonight. 2nd down and 7. Jefferson working from the gun again, runs down the line. He'll pitch it out late. It's Alfred Blue, handles it. The pitch was a little awkward. He's down at the 38-yard line. Charles Mitchell, the strong safety, wrapped him up.
Here again, this is why you want an athletic quarterback. If you watch him run down the line of scrimmage with speed option, look at the patience in Jefferson. Watch him. He continues to run, draws the defender, then pitches it at the last minute. That was a high pitch, but that's what he can do on the edge when you get him out on the edge with the football in his hand.
Jefferson's had a lot of critics this week, but Les Miles has not been one of them. Like he said, he's prepared to play Jarrett Lee if need be, but he likes Jordan Jefferson, and he wants him on the field.
Now we got another manageable 3rd down, and that's what Coach Miles wants to do. He wants to get in 3rd and 2s, 3rd and 3s or less, and really pound the ball at you some. He's got a big old offensive line. He understands that they're going to have to run the ball in the 4th quarters of football games to close it out. So this was a good sign for them. They lined up with 2 backs and a fullback and ran it right up the gut and made the 1st down.
Miles said of Ridley, if he's going to be our hammer, we're going to let him swing. And he hammers away to pick up the 1st down there. 1st down and 10 from the 40. Jefferson rolling to the near side. Cocks his arm, fires it to a wide open Russell Shepard. And he's down at the 38-yard line.
They're using Jefferson's athletic ability to get outside the pocket and only letting him look at one side of the football field, giving him an option. He's got 3 options there. He can go right there to number 10, Shepard. He can go to the tight end. He makes a great play.
Stephen Ridley picking his way inside the 35-yard line down to the 33. Ridley, a 4th-teamer at the beginning of last season, starter by the end of the year because of injuries, and now he is the feature back for LSU.
Now, this is our 2nd week watching LSU. Already, you can say and see they have great rhythm in their offense. They're just methodically moving the football down the field.
Ridley with that breakout game in Nashville. 2nd down and 4. Quick throw. Ruben Randall. He's got the 1st down and more. Inside the 25-yard line. 8-yard pickup for Randall, the leading receiver the last 2 weeks, and Jefferson hasn't missed a pass yet. He's 5 for 5.
Yeah, Jefferson does a good job understanding there's pressure. There's one-on-one out there with Randall. He's going to get it to Randall right away, and he makes the 1st down. Watch him now. He's ready. He's got focus. He is focused right now. You can tell. He's focused with confidence.
And there's some movement on the LSU front. It's going to be Josh DeRosick, the left guard. DeRosick, a 2nd-year starter.
Dead ball. Offside. Defense number 94. 5-yard penalty. 1st down.
If you're Coach Miles right now.
Actually, that's on Mississippi State. My bad.
You're excited.
Fletcher Cox. Number 94. So it'll bring up 1st down and 5 here for LSU at the 20. Here's Ridley. And he's going to be about a yard short of the 1st down. 2nd down and 1. ESPN News coverage of college football continuing tonight. UNLV taking on Nathan Enderle and the Idaho Vandals. College football primetime presented by 5-Hour Energy on ESPNU HD tonight at 10:30. Pernell McPhee limped off the field. Starting defensive end for Mississippi State. Can't afford to be without him. 2nd down and 1 for LSU. Ridley. And his helmet came off. Ridley. He's going to be just shy of the 1st down, it appears.
And here again, you need to make this first down. You need to score a touchdown on this drive. A field goal really is acceptable, but really not good enough for what you've done thus far. You need to score a touchdown. You need to make this first down, convert it, and then go score a touchdown with this offense.
On 3rd and 1, Jefferson lunging ahead. Did he get it? It's going to be awfully close. And it appears that he picked it up. Jordan Jefferson. A big cheer for this crowd.
You've got to be excited about Jordan Jefferson right now. I think the fans are excited about what they see right now offensively, with him throwing the ball some, running the ball some. Great balance in their offense right now.
Jefferson going to the end zone, looking for Tolliver. Just out of his reach. Pretty good coverage there in the secondary. Corey Broomfield was there. Cornerbacks bring up 2nd down and 10. And some of the game trends so far. See, LSU has dominated the play offensively. They've had a couple of nice drives. This is their 2nd possession. The first one resulted in a field goal, and here they have it. 2nd down and 10 from the 14.
I like that call. First down, go throw a fade to the big guy. See if he can make a play for you.
Tolliver 6'5", trying to take advantage of his height. Jefferson will give it to Russell Shepard. And he is snuffed out at the 17-yard line. Nick Bell, the backup defensive end. It's a loss of 1. Looks like that's going to be the last play of quarter number 1. LSU with the lead. What kind of grade would you give them here in the first 15 minutes?
All right, now I think they've done a great job of really gaining confidence in their quarterback. That's probably the most important thing. And the quarterback has a lot of confidence right now. You want him to score a touchdown, but here again, Mississippi State plays good in the red zone.
Jordan Jefferson 5 for 6, 38 yards passing in that first quarter. Definitely these fans want to be on his side tonight. He's showing some confidence.
No doubt about it. He's done a great job of orchestrating drives and making plays in the passing game.
College Football Live, weekdays at 4 on ESPNU.
3-0 LSU back here in Baton Rouge. Number 15 team in the country at home for the first time this year, taking on Mississippi State. Chance for the Bulldogs. You make a statement on the road, and a chance for Jordan Jefferson, the quarterback of LSU, to maybe get some confidence back at himself and certainly gain the confidence again of these fans.
You're exactly right. And you remember, the Bulldogs have only given up 24 points in 2 games, so they don't give up a lot of points. And this is important that they hold here defensively and hold the LSU to a field goal.
3rd down and 11. Jefferson looks right, comes back left, and it's batted down at the goal line. Or excuse me, at the line of scrimmage, I should say, by Wright. KJ Wright, the team captain, coming off a big game against Auburn last week.
Good job here by they brought pressure. KJ saw the quarterback going back to, he took his hand off the ball, he jumped up and made a play on the ball, and you got to give Mississippi State a lot of credit. In 2 possessions now, LSU has moved the ball down the field and had to settle for field goals. So that's a plus for your defense if you're Mississippi State.
This will be a 32-yarder for Jasper. Got it. Pair of field goals here for LSU. At least they're getting points on the board. Like 7, but it's a 6-0 lead with 14:50 to go in the half. You're watching the SEC on ESPN. LSU Tigers hoping that coming back home would inspire them to play well. The latest, the Tigers have played their first home game since 1993. They've had a couple of drives so far. They've resulted in a pair of field goals.
They really have, and when you think about last week, they struggled a little bit in the red zone throwing the ball. They had success last week running the ball in the red zone, but when you get to 3rd and 11, it makes it tough.
Barry and Bumpus back to return this kick from Jasper. It'll be Bumpus again from inside the 5. And he's cut down at the 23-yard line. Let's go down to Jessica.
Guys, I was watching Jordan Jefferson a little bit pregame. He looked a little tight, overthrowing some of the receivers. One of his assistant coaches came up to him and said, hey, relax, calm down. So he kind of looked around, took in the crowd. I kid you not, Miley Cyrus is blasting at the stadium, and he is rocking out. He looks so much more comfortable this quarter. And I'll tell you what, if you see Jordan Jefferson rocking out to Miley Cyrus, guys, you know he's feeling comfortable.
I think if you see anybody rocking out to Miley Cyrus, they're comfortable. First down and 10 for Mississippi State. Vic Ballard in the backfield wanting to throw as Ralph comes over the middle, has a receiver, and it is caught at the 45-yard line. Great catch by Brandon Evans, the sophomore receiver out of Bessemer, Alabama, who had a big night against Memphis.
And you remember last week, Evans dropped the ball or two in that game. But watch it here. The play action holds the underneath coverage, and he throws a dart right and finds the window and makes a great throw and a great catch by Evans.
And now penalty flag. You could argue that all of the receivers for Mississippi State had a tough week last week. They had 6 drops.
Prior to the snap, false start, 61.
And that's going to go against Gabe Jackson, the left guard.
And that puts you in a negative play. And you really don't want to be, you make a positive play, now you make a negative play. And really, when you look at Mississippi State right now, as bad as it may seem, it's 6-0. So their defense has done a great job of holding LSU to field goals. And they make a play or two here, they're back in the game.
First down at 15. Ralph gives it off to Vic Ballard, the junior college All-American last year at Mississippi Gulf Coast. 3 touchdowns on the year for the Bulldogs. He picks up 5 there to get back to the original line of scrimmage and bring up second down.
Good little play there. They're on the road. Second and long. Just get some of the yards back on first and long. Now you're at second and 10. You're in a manageable second down. You want to get to you'd like to get to 3rd and 5 or less here on this down here.
Ralph sends 3 receivers to the near side. Has time to throw. Pumps, and now he'll run. Has a lane, and he's down at the 45-yard line, and that's what Ralph does so well. He can use his feet where Tyler Russell is more apt to stay in the pocket.
You're exactly right, but here again, when you play guys like Ralph, and when you play guys like Jordan Jefferson, which you have to understand, on passing downs, you've got to spy the guy with somebody. Here again, second and 10, not anticipating him going back throwing the football. He makes a good read. Guys are covered, and he runs and almost makes the first down.
He got 9, 3rd and 1. Ralph, the pitch. And Ballard is knocked down short of the first down marker, it appears. Nice job by Carnell Hatcher, the strong safety who got the start tonight.
That is really a good play by the LSU defense of preventing the first down here. Good job by Hatcher.
No gain. It brings up 4th down and 1, and Dan Mullen has decided to go for it.
And this says a lot about his confidence in his defense when you go for it here with 4th and 1.
Patrick Hanrahan, the fullback. Did his first effort get the first down? It appeared that it did, and he was pushed back. But Patrick Hanrahan, who started his career at Alabama, walked on to the MSU program.
I don't think he made it.
He got the carry, and it's probably going to force a measurement. There's Kelvin Shepard.
And this says a lot about, Coach Mullen. I mean, he has a lot of confidence in his football team. They're on the road, hostile environment, 4th and 1. He's doing something for down the road with his football team. He trusts his defense right now. They're playing very well. Really have held LSU scoreless. And, now they made it. So guess what? That's a great call. I mean, they've got the ball. Just think about this. You're on the road, you're down 6-0, and you go for it, and you make it. That's big for their offense. That's big for their defense. That kind of quiets the crowd.
Dan Mullen has a lot of folks excited about Bulldog football in Starkville. They move the chains, first down and 10 from the 45 of LSU. Ralph had trouble with the exchange. And it's going to bring up second down as Hanrahan is dropped for a loss. Now join host Tom Luganbill with David Pollack for BCS Countdown for in-depth analysis of Week 3 and a look ahead to Week 4. The BCS Countdown presented by Allstate on ESPNU Monday at 6. Loss in the play, second down and 11 for Mississippi State. 11:25 to go here in the first half. LSU leading at 6-0. A pair of field goals. Points so far. Ralph, a handoff for Ballard. And he pushes the pile close to the 35-yard line. He's going to be about a yard short of the first down. Ballard has a nice straight-ahead style. Ran 7 times for 60 yards in the opener against Memphis. And his carries are going to go up as the season goes along, it appears.
And what did we say in the opener? The strength of Mississippi State football is what? Their offensive line. They want to run the ball. Now they're getting into a groove of running the football.
1 for 3 tonight on third down conversions. A 3rd and 1. Ralph, little play fake. Has a lot of time to throw. Launches it up. Has a receiver. It's tipped and picked off. Patrick Peterson coming back the other way. Back to the 47-yard line. Patrick Peterson, who had an interception against Mississippi State last year, does it again.
Well, you want to know why this guy is highly rated and one of the best corners in the land? This is what he can do. Ralph, again, he throws it at him. Great ability and body control and great hands. And here's the problem. You can't tackle when he gets in the open field.
6-0 LSU, and they've got the football when we come back. Patrick Peterson with an interception of Chris Ralph, and he brings it back 46 yards. Peterson, one of the best corners in college football. And Les Miles has considered using him on offense as well, but it's probably unlikely because his value on defense and special teams.
Yeah, he's a special player and a special kid. We visited with him here the last couple of days, and the thing that he brings to the table, and the reason that the pros love a guy like this, work ethic. Works very hard. He's not just living on his talent. Great hand-eye coordination and great body control. And when you watch him go up and play the football, he understands that basically when the ball's in the air, it doesn't belong to anybody. And he attacks the football. You watch him here. And if I'm Dan Mullen, I'm telling Ralph right now, if we got one-on-one over there, don't throw it at number 7.
At the State, 47-yard line.
Offside on Mississippi State. It's going to bring up first down and 5 here for LSU. And now another penalty flag.
Dead ball, false start, 78, offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
That's got Joseph Barksdale, the left tackle, making his 30th straight start here tonight for LSU. Team high, and it's one step forward and one step back.
Yeah, and here again, this is a third possession. You get your possession due to a great play defensively. Now you'd like to take this ball and really go down the score.
So first and 10 now. The 48-yard line. Jefferson. Looked pretty good throwing the football. He hooks up here with Ruben Randall. And out of bounds in Mississippi State territory at the 48. It's a 4-yard pickup. Let's go down to Jesse.
Well, guys, I talked to Patrick Peterson yesterday about his work ethic, his drive, how he gets it. And he's like, you know what? It's not there every day, but what drives me is when I see the NFL guys that come back here in the summer and they train and they get after it. Guys like Brody James, Marcus Spears are next to him training, getting better. He's like, that's who I want to be. That's how I get there. Hey, that's where he gets it.
On the Thorpe Award watch list. And we have yet to see him cut loose on a return yet tonight. Could happen. Now cutting loose here is Shepard. Russell Shepard. We talked about it. He can do it so many ways. Catching, running. He might even throw it yet tonight.
Yeah, exactly. And we're talking to Les Miles. Really, what Shepard brings to the table is this. He's a former quarterback, so when he gets the ball on that underneath handoff, he runs it inside because he has great vision inside as a runner.
Shepard, the nephew of former Heisman winner and NFL star Eddie George. First down and 10 for LSU. They're on the move again, leading 6-0. Shepard again, trying to get the edge, does. And down to the 30-yard line. Man, he's quick.
Well, and here again, you know why you recruit speed? Because of this play right here. They had him bottled up. He made the defender stop his feet, and once he stopped his feet, he accelerated and ran right by him and made a first down. I mean, this play should be stopped, but the defender stopped their feet, and the speed showed up. He just ran right by him.
At the state, 31-yard line.
Shepard still works out with the quarterbacks every week at practice. See him in the Wildcat occasionally. Here's Jefferson from under center, goes to a deep handoff for Stephen Ridley, and he is nailed. And pushed back. Good job there by James Carman. And also Devin Jones there.
Good penetration by Mississippi State. And when you get penetration in the backfield, basically you force a runner to make a decision. And Ridley got a little too cute with that one. He tried to make too much out of the play and try to cut back, and it really caused him to have a negative play.
It's a loss of 3. Alfred Blue in the backfield to the left of Jefferson. On third down and 7. Jefferson throws in and out of the hands of Shepard. He had it, and he had enough room to pick up the first down, but he couldn't haul it in.
Took his eyes off the football, and that's a little bit of being a young player trying to play receiver. I mean, took his eyes off the ball. Good throw by Shepard. I mean, good throw by Jefferson. Watch it here. Just took his eyes off it. He felt the pressure. Jefferson got the ball out of his hand. They hit him, but he stood in the pocket. And this is what you like. He stood in the pocket and took the hit, found the receiver, got it to him. Shepard has to make that catch.
Zach Smith with the pressure on Jefferson. He was slow getting off the field earlier on a special teams play. Third field goal attempt for Jasper. And he bangs it home. A 51-yard field goal for Josh Jasper. 3 good drives for LSU. They would like touchdowns, but they're getting points on the board. Mississippi State's got to find an answer. ESPNU College Football Primetime is brought to you by the Capital One Cup. Log on to ESPN.com/Capital One Cup to vote for the Capital One Cup Impact Performance of the Week. The LSU kicker is becoming the MVP of this game. Josh Jasper, the senior from Memphis, a 44-yarder, a 32-yarder, and just before commercial break, a 51-yard field goal. It's no secret around these parts that he's got a big leg. He had a 57-yard field goal in the spring game. And it's 9-0.
Yep, and when you think about this game right now, both defenses are playing well. Mississippi State's playing well. Trust me. They've given up 3 field goals. They're keeping their team in the game.
And Jasper sends Bumpus into the end zone. He'll come out from 2 yards deep. Changes directions at the 14, and he's smothered. Chad Bumpus, a 14-yard return. Eric Reed and on that special teams tackle. Let's go down to Jessica Mendoza.
Guys, Mississippi State quarterbacks Tyler Russell and Chris Relf, they're not known for communicating back and forth a lot to each other, but after that big interception that Relf had, Russell came up to him, took the headset off his ear, and he said, "Hey man, he made a great play. You can't let that get you down." He kind of exchanged a smile. Might be small communication, but it worked.
Relf 3 for 4, 24 yards passing, and that interception. He'll throw here. And he is complete at the 20-yard line. Relf making his 3rd straight start. Offensive coordinator Les Kenning says he has improved as a passer. He threw for 110 yards last week against Auburn.
They had a good week last week, but thus far he's been a little bit inconsistent coming into this game. And the reason for that, he's throwing at Peterson a little bit too much.
Inside handoff as they go back to the ground game. He faked it, a good fake, and Ralph takes it along the left side, and he picks up the first down. 12-yard run for the quarterback.
Good run here, and really when you watch that play, no one took the quarterback on the speed option. He's wide open. Someone's got to defend the quarterback. 23 has to take quarterback. You got to take quarterback. Make him pitch the football.
Ralph is the team's second leading rusher last year behind Anthony Dixon. This year he's trying to focus a little more on passing, but you can see he's very dangerous on his feet. This time he does hand off. And diving out to the 37-yard line is Ladarius Perkins. That's his first carry tonight. It's a 4-yard run for the redshirt freshman from Greenville, Mississippi.
Now they went a little bit no huddle. Look at them here. They're going fast.
Quick strike out into the flat. And it's going to be a yard short of the first down. It's Brandon Evans. Evans was quiet last week against Auburn, but he is a big play receiver.
And the reason they're going no huddle, they know LSU likes to substitute on defense. They're not allowing them to do that, going no huddle.
Third down and 1. Ralph. Perkins again. And it looks like he picked it up.
Perkins, the ball carrier.
The change was 5:44 to go here in the half.
Remember, LSU likes to rotate their defensive linemen to keep them rested. And right now, Mississippi State is not allowing them to do that by the no huddle.
Dan Mullen spreading the ball around, getting a lot of guys involved in the offense. Last year, the identity was Dixon. This year, it's quite a different story. On first down, the play fake, Ralph to throw. And it's a short throw, and it lands incomplete. Intended for Rico Sanders, the redshirt freshman receiver. Underthrown.
His accuracy is due to his fact that he doesn't get his legs underneath it. He threw that with his arm. And when you throw with your arm and you don't throw with your legs, your accuracy goes, you're not very accurate. And that's what hurts him right now.
Second and 10.
Robert Elliott checks back into the game as Ralph sends 3 receivers to the near side. Second down and 10 from the 43 of Mississippi State. Ralph will take it himself. And he is spun around at the 45 and lunges ahead to the 47-yard line.
Good runner, Ralph. I mean, he's a big physical quarterback that can run inside, and he's really patient runner. Once he goes outside with the speed option, but has great vision and strength to come inside.
Third down.
Mississippi State to sustain a drive here as you look at the numbers. This is a third down and 5. Only 2 for 5 tonight on third down conversions. Here comes the blitz. Ralph throws off his back foot and intercepted. Picked off at the 30-yard line by Morris Claiborne. And down at the 43 of Mississippi State, a 27-yard return for Claiborne. There's Kelvin Shepard coming off the field. He's the one that leveled Ralph.
Shepard provided the pass rush.
Pressure always makes the quarterback go off his back foot. You're not very accurate. He had to fall back and throw the football back. And here goes Claiborne with a great INT.
Second interception of Chris Ralph tonight. The Tigers are in business in dog territory.
I'm Mo Galindo coming up at the half. Mark Ingram is back for Alabama and already matches 2 significant numbers from his Heisman Trophy winning season. Plus, Clemson with an early lead on the road at Auburn. And speaking of on the road, Ryan Mallett with a major road breakthrough. We'll have that coming up at the half.
All right, Lowell, we'll see you at the half here in Baton Rouge, the Tiger fans. Seeing the Cats back at home for the first time this year, leading 9-0. There's Morris Claiborne catching his breath on the sideline. As Ralph has been picked off twice tonight. First and 10 from the 42 of Mississippi State. Jordan Jefferson. Hand off to Ridley. He's got a big gash up the middle. Nico Whitley on the tackle. Down to the 21-yard line.
As you watch here on the INT, watch Peterson, number 7. This is why you love the guy. He's smart, too. He realizes Bumpus is in the slot. He goes from covering the number 1 receiver to covering Bumpus in the slot. And now the pressure gets to the quarterback, obviously, and we got a big play. But that's just being smart.
Claiborne, a former high school sprint champion, and it came into his benefit after that catch. Now penalty flag.
False start, number 10, offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
It's on Russell Shepard. Moving a little early.
And if I'm Les Miles, I'm a little upset. The last time they possessed the ball, they make a big first down, and what do? They get a penalty.
27-yard line.
Now they possessed it again, they get another penalty. That's just focus. You got to stay focused here now. You got a chance to really maybe widen the lead here, and now you go backwards. You're first and 10, now you're first and 15.
LSU going through a youth movement right now. 17 freshmen have played the last couple of weeks. Shepard, a sophomore, committed that last penalty. And that's going to be Jefferson wrapped up by Cameron Lawrence, the outside linebacker, the sophomore out of Coldwater, Mississippi. So to bring up second down. 15.
The big picture here is Coach Croton and Coach Miles said in the meeting they were going to simplify things for Jefferson. They've done that in the passing game and also in the running game.
Jefferson moving out of the pocket. And now he's just going to take it out in a late hit. He stepped out at the 31-yard line, and there comes the flag. It looked like Lawrence hit Jefferson late.
And this is what you can't have happen to you here now. You're on the road, you make a negative play defensively, and now you hit the guy out of bounds.
Red ball, personal foul, defense laid it out of bounds, 15 yards, automatic first down.
Dan Mullen knows that all the breaks have to go their way tonight if they're going to get an upset. That hurts.
I mean, and I understand you want to play aggressive, but you got to be smart here. I mean, the guy's out of bounds. Keep your head up. Don't hit him.
Lawrence the backup to Emmanuel Gatling at that linebacker spot. And now LSU has it first down at the 15-yard line.
Going into this, they were second and 15. Really had no play there, and then you bail them out and you give them a first down. Now, LSU, you got to do something about this. You need to score a touchdown now. No more field goal. Score a touchdown. Your offense needs to score a touchdown in the red zone.
Shepard takes the handoff. He is pushed deep into the backfield, and down he goes. Dropped at the 23-yard line. A great job by Broomfield, the right corner.
Broomfield is a good corner. He's a complete corner, too. Good coverage guy. We watched him here a couple weeks ago. Can cover, but he also comes up and supports the run. Good tackle here. And here again, another negative play. That's what Mississippi State defense is all about, creating negative plays. You went from first and 10, now it's second and 16.
That's what Manny Diaz and Chris Wilson, the new defensive coordinators for Mississippi State, like. They like that aggressive attack style. Sometimes it pays off. Here's Alfred Blue, the true freshman. He is knocked down at the line of scrimmage. And the Bluebirds coming out here in Baton Rouge.
Yeah, and the reason, when you watch them in the red zone, they've struggled in the red zone some, throwing the football. And now they're just trying to run it and get themselves in position to kick another field goal. But eventually, you got to let Jefferson throw the football in the red zone.
Mississippi State calling their first time out of the half. A third down and 15 coming up for LSU at the 20-yard line. And Jordan Jefferson, how would you grade his efforts so far?
I like what they've done with Jordan Jefferson. They've done a good job of managing him and giving him real easy throws.
Well, we'll try to get him in the end zone after this timeout. Tiger Stadium here in Baton Rouge. It's gone through many different looks, many changes. 12,000 fans could sit here when it first opened back in the 20s. And they continue to make improvements on this great venue. That's the look in 2005. And even now, still making improvements. They've got a brand new playing surface here, new grass put in here in 2010.
Beautiful venue, as the old saying goes, build it and they will come. Well, they show up here, great atmosphere.
Largest crowd against Florida last year, 93,000 plus.
See, now you get yourself in a bad down again, 3rd and 15. And you're a little bit nervous about throwing the football down here because you don't want to turn it over.
After the Mississippi State timeout, Jefferson wants to throw, has heat from behind, hit as he throws, and nearly intercepted. Jefferson just got it away. Whitley almost picked that off.
Yep, and then here again, that's why you don't like long yardage, because they can blitz you. You got to hold on to the ball, and that's the problem. You know, and they brought pressure. Here he comes scot-free, right on the outside. They brought pressure, get him in the sack. Why? Because you have to hold the football. The receivers have to run down the field further, and that's a problem. That's why you want to stay out of those 3rd and long.
Jasper 3 for 3 tonight. He hit a 51-yarder his last time out. This from 37. Good.
Jasper's kick is good.
Like you said before, though, Mississippi State keeping him out of the end zone. They're still in this big.
It's 12-0. They haven't scored a touchdown yet. Coach Mullen is hitting those guys on the back and saying, "Great job, defense. We're gonna get this thing going here in a minute. We're gonna score a touchdown." Just think, they score a touchdown, they're right back in it.
Celebrating its 6th year of sponsoring the Good Hands Field Goal Nets. All-State making contributions to participating universities' general scholarship funds for each field goal and extra point kicked. To date, All-State has contributed more than $2.1 million in scholarship monies. And if Jasper is going the way he's going, All-State's going to have to fork out a lot of money tonight. 7 plays, 22 yards in 3 minutes. Another field goal for LSU.
Scoring
points. Here again, LSU, every possession they've had so far, they put points on it.
Field goal by Jasper. Mitchell is credited with providing the...
At some point,
you got to score a touchdown.
You score a touchdown.
Because this crowd's waiting on it.
Well, you know that's what the crowd's thinking. This will be a touchback as Jasper really showing off his big leg tonight. Let's go down to Jessica Mendoza.
Hey guys, I'll tell you what, I've competed in some pretty big venues, Olympics, been in opening ceremonies, but coming onto this field today, you can feel the noise. And when I say that, I mean, I get goosebumps on my arms when the crowd's cheering. The paper in my hand is shaking. I mean, this is unbelievable.
Is it comparable to anything that you can remember from your playing days?
Probably the NFC Championship game in Philadelphia when we beat the Eagles. It was similar to the atmosphere and the volume in the stadium.
Ralph, the pitch. Elliott trying to cut the corner. And it's going to be slow moving on that far sideline. He picks up a short game.
And here again, now Mississippi State in the 2-minute situation, they're playing a little conservative, backed up, and really not attempting to throw the football here. Probably when if they can cross the 40-yard line, they'll be more aggressive. But they feel like they're still in the game. It's 12-0, and they still have an opportunity to move the football here.
On second down, Elliott gets to the 30-yard line, and it's going to be enough for a first down for Mississippi State with a minute to go here in the first half.
Stop by.
There's Kelvin Shepard on the tackle. This LSU defense so good.
And Kendrick Adams.
Under John Chavis, now his second year as defensive coordinator, and we'll try and pitch a shutout here in the first half. 46 seconds to go in the half. And Ballard
and really
swarmed under.
And really Mississippi State right now is feeling that if we go in 12-0, we'll regroup, we'll come back out, and from there try to get our offense in tune, move the football down the football field, and score some points.
A gain on that play.
Well, he's a little bit nervous about Ralph, too. He's thrown 2 interceptions. And that's a little bit of his thinking here, too, now.
Elliott. And that will probably be the final play for the first half. 4 field goals in the game. That ties the LSU record with 8 other kickers in LSU history. Jasper has all the points as it's 12-0. Jefferson managed the game, I guess you could say. He didn't make any mistakes in that first half. But again, less than outstanding.
Yes, and the fact that you have possessions in the red zone, you get it in the red zone 4 times, and you come out with 4 field goals. You would like to really have scored at least 2 touchdowns. And then you're really feeling like, you know what, the quarterback's really playing well. He's doing a good job in the red zone.
Coach Miles is down on the field with Jessica Mendoza.
Hi, Coach. A lot of talk this week about your quarterback, Jordan Jefferson. How have you felt about his performance this half?
Well, improved, better. I think he's doing the things we're asking him to do. You know, offensively, we'd like to finish some drives.
Well, speaking of finishing drives, you have 4 field goals, no touchdowns. How do you get in the end zone?
Well, that's, you know, we got to. Some of the things we did pretty well. We just have to continue to press our advantages down there. We need to run it a little bit better.
Well, going in tonight, you had no interceptions. Tonight, your defense has had 2. What's been the difference?
They're throwing it.
All right, thanks, Coach. See you second half.
I just get the sense that Bless is still not real happy with his offense right now. 12-0 at the half. Now let's go to Lowell Galindo in the studio for the ESPNU halftime report.
No, they haven't. You're right. The quarterbacks have not played.
We're watching the SEC on ESPN. 12-0 LSU, the number 15 team in the country, on their home opener. Welcome back to Baton Rouge alongside the coach, Herm Edwards. I'm Clay Matvick. And this LSU offense has been under scrutiny since the season opener. And tonight, they've had 4 field goals. They've been down in the red zone, haven't been able to get touchdowns. Jordan Jefferson, a lot of people watching him. And how do you think he's done so far running the show?
He started off good early, but when he got into the red zone, he struggled. This offense has struggled in the red zone. Their inability to throw the football in the red zone has really hurt them. And you can see how conservative they become when they get in the red zone because of that fact. But he's done a good job of making some plays with his legs, moving the football down the field, getting into field goal range, but you need to score a touchdown.
Hit Russell Shepard a couple of times for 28 yards. Defensive story in this game for both teams. Both defenses playing real well. Patrick Peterson, the interception of Ralph, brought it back, and that led to a field goal. And then Ralph was picked off again.
You're exactly right. And think about it. If they don't get the 2 interceptions, basically that gave their offense 6 points. And so really, if I'm Dan Mullen and I'm sitting over there on the other side of the football field, I'm telling my football team, look, we turned the ball over twice and gave them 6 points. If we don't do that, this game is 6-0. With all that being said, Mississippi State is still in the game. They get the ball offensively.
We'll have to see if Dan Mullen goes to Tyler Russell at quarterback at some point here in the second half. Both teams barely 100 yards of total offense. Mississippi State starts with the football here in the second half. And Leon Berry gets it back to the 19-yard line. And that's where the Bulldogs will go to work. Let's go down to Jessica.
I talked to Mississippi State coach Dan Mullen at the break. He said, I asked about the quarterbacks. He said, look, we're going to stick with Chris Ralph. We're not going to make the adjustment, but I'll tell you what, Russell will come in the second half. I asked him about the interceptions. He said they were not his fault. They were out-competed the first one. The second one, they blew the protection. As far as this atmosphere, he says his leaders need to step up right now.
And that play is stopped in the backfield. Ralph tried to hand it off to Adrian Marcus, Hit in the backfield by Kendrick Adams, the left defensive end. It looked like there was a problem there with the handoff.
Yeah, he didn't know if he wanted to take it out and run the speed option with it. Held it in there too long. And Nevis, he was a part of that too, number 92.
Drake Nevis, the SEC D lineman of the week, 3.5 sacks through the first 2 games of the year. Brings up 2nd down and 10. Hanrahan and Elliott in the backfield. Here's Ralph. And now he's looking for a seam up the middle. Finds a pretty good one and gets it over the 25-yard line down at the 26. It's a 7-yard run for Chris Ralph, who was 5 of 8. 35 yards passing in that first half. Had the 2 interceptions. And he also had 20 yards rushing first half.
And this is important to convert this 3rd down here. Remember, they were very conservative at half because they knew they were going to get the ball back the second half. So they've made some adjustments now. They've got to make a first down in this series. Very important for their offense. Mississippi State.
You see, they were 2 of 6 on 3rd downs in the first half. Here comes the crowd. Ralph gets away from a tackle, lunges for the first down. Great second effort by Chris Ralph when it looked like he was wiped out in the backfield. It's a gain of 6, and they'll move the chains.
And here, this is strength here. This is just strength. Physical strength. I mean, big quarterbacks that are athletic. Look at this. I mean, he broke 2 tackles there and lunged for the first down.
Got out of the grasp of Kendrick Adams, who's 6'5", 255. Not easy to do. And now this is Elliott. Try his luck on the near side and pick up 4.
And right now, Dan Mullen went in at halftime and told his football team, look, I'm gonna rely on my offensive line, and we're gonna run the ball here, and we're gonna create some momentum for our offense. And when you look at them in the series right now, that's what they're doing. They're running the football, making yards, really, and keeping the LSU defense on the field because they're going no huddle.
Empty backfield, 5-receiver look. Bumpus in motion. On 2nd down and 8, it's a draw. Ralph will take it himself. He's got the first down and more. Close to midfield, knocked down at the 48. Carnell Hatcher made the stop, and Ralph a little slow to get up.
Good tackle by Hatcher. He started this game. He's made some plays already. That's a good open field tackle on Ralph. I mean, Ralph's a big, strong, physical guy. Here it is. All this is a quarterback draw. This is a design play. When your ends rush upfield like that, quarterback sees it. He hits the hole. Right. Oh, he hit him right underneath the chin. That's a tough one there. Might see a quarterback change here now.
Ralph is being helped off. And Tyler Russell is going to see his first action tonight.
And that wasn't a dirty play. That was just playing football. And Ralph was trying to make the first down. And he got him under the chin. And now here comes Tyler Russell.
6'5", 225 out of Meridian, Mississippi. Last week, picked off on his first series. Only had 19 yards passing. Looking for a little redemption here tonight as he gets his first series in the second half. Play fake. Russell wants to throw. Does. And it's complete at the 40-yard line. Nice catch there by Arcito Clark, the former corner. And it'll be a first down in LSU territory, and that's what Tyler Russell does so well.
Watch this. He comes in the game, and they dial up a pass on his first play, and he stays in the pocket, lots of poise, very accurate, and completes it. It makes a big first down.
18-yard pickup now, 1st and 10 at the LSU 35. Russell changing the play. Wants to throw again and has time to do so. Wide open on the near sideline is Bumpus. Gets away from one tackle and down at the 16-yard line.
Here again, they bring Russell in, and they start with what? They start with the fake run and play action. And they get the linebacker, Stephon Francois, on Bumpus in zone coverage. That's never good. A linebacker against Bumpus, that's a completion every time.
Mississippi State has some new life here with Tyler Russell in the game. A 19-yard pickup, 1st down and 10 from the 16. Inside handoff to Vic Ballard. And he'll get a few yards.
By the right side.
Call it 4 as Agayeri makes the tackle. As Ralph has the headset on now. He took a hit to the head moments ago, and Tyler Russell's in the game for the first time.
He's doing a good job of really of moving the team down the field with his arm. Not his legs, but his arm.
2nd down and 6 for Mississippi State. Russell now, he's going to show off his footwork, and he's close to a first down. A little unexpected.
Yeah, and that probably caught LSU by surprise because he's really not a runner when he possesses the football. More of a passer, more of a guy that's going to hand it off on the speed option. This time he decided to fake it, and he ran right up the middle and made positive yards.
Mississippi State, when they've been inside the 20, they've been effective. 4 for 4, and they've all been touchdowns. 3rd down and 1. This is a huge play for the Bulldogs in this football game.
It's really big in this sense. If they convert this or score for a touchdown, they're in a one-score game again.
To run, Ballard. And he's got the first down. Got to the 5. Vic Ballard, that straight-ahead style. Stephon Francois wrapped him up, but not before he picks up the first.
This is what you like about Ballard. Watch his balance in his leg strength here. Good effort here. Watch him here. Breaks off some tackles, continues to put his hand down. Good balance. You know, that's all will there. That's what I call a will run. He's just willing himself to make the first down.
And first down and goal from the 6. Russell, about a yard short of the end zone. Tyler Russell, a couple of runs on this series. He gets 4 there, and it's goal to go from about a yard and a half out. Russell was the SEC Freshman of the Week after his performance in Week 1. Put up a lot of big numbers against Memphis, with 4 touchdowns. And he's running the show here in impressive fashion.
Yeah, and good play call here because LSU's not really respected him in the fact that he'll run the ball, and he's ran it twice down here and made positive yards.
Russell to the fullback. And Hanrahan did not get it. Patrick Hanrahan, the senior from Springville, Alabama, no gain, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and goal.
Big call here, but even bigger than this one is if you don't score here, what do you do, Coach?
LSU #1 in the SEC against the run. And a passing quarterback is in the game here on 3rd down and goal. We'll see what MSU draws up. The give. And it's a Mississippi State touchdown for Vic Ballard. Vic Ballard with his 4th touchdown of the year, and Mississippi State is on the board for the first time.
And look how it happened. They knocked Ralph out the game. They got to bring Russell in. And Russell does a great job of just taking the football field, taking the team down the football field and scoring a touchdown.
And the extra point is good for Brockman. 13 plays, 81 yards in just under 7 minutes. And Vic Ballard takes it in for the Bulldogs. As Ralph looks on from the sideline, 12-7. Vic Ballard just took it in from a yard out, and this crowd here is a little uneasy in Baton Rouge. It's 12-7. Tyler Russell, after Chris Ralph was knocked out of the game on a tough hit, engineers the rest of the scoring drive, which covers 81 yards and 13 plays.
And 2 big throws by Russell. And you want to know how to take the crowd out of it? Do what Mississippi State just did. They scored a touchdown. Now it's a 1-score game.
Short kick, and it's going to go out of bounds. Boy, that is a bad special teams play there. Sean Broccoli kicking it out of bounds just when Mississippi State got the momentum back.
You're exactly right, but the object of that kick really was a pooch kick to try to make them fair catch the ball. They did not want to kick it to Peterson. He was deep. So I understand what they were doing. It just didn't execute it very well.
And the special teams coach is Dan Mullen. Much like Urban Meyer used to do before this year anyways. He coaches the special teams, takes a lot of pride in that. Mississippi State said two new defensive coordinators, Manny Diaz and Chris Wilson, and the defense has been a shining part of this team this year. They got to keep the momentum.
Yeah, think about it. Their defense is really only giving up 6 points without the turnovers.
On first down, the pitch to Stephen Ridley. Finds some running room on that left edge. Pick up 6. There's Manny Diaz.
Good mind, excitable young coach, very aggressive. Feels like on first down he wants to create negative plays for you.
Chris Wilson, his former roommate.
Yeah, and he does a good job at the back end of their defense and coordinating the coverages. These guys are playing good defense tonight.
They were roommates after they were hired before they could move their families into Starkville. On second down and 4. LSU from their 46. Nice pass. Tolliver the catch over the middle. And down at the 39-yard line of Mississippi State. Corey Broomfield made the tackle, but it's a 15-yard pickup.
Yeah, and that is a good play call and a great job by Jefferson, sitting in the pocket and throwing the football. Here's the two coordinators. Right now, what they're thinking, hey, we got to create some pressure. We got to get this guy on his heels. We can't let him sit in the pocket like that and throw the football.
They'll bring a 4-man rush, and Jefferson was hurried there.
And they brought pressure off the edge and forced him into a throw, really almost baited him into a throw of intercepting the football.
Pernell McPhee was breathing down Jefferson's neck, and Emmanuel Gatling batted the pass down.
Watch the pressure right there.
Should say deflected that pass, and it brings up second down.
And that's what they want. They want to create pressure on first down, get you in some negative plays. Now they got 2nd and 7. They feel very good about 2nd and 7 if you're playing defense right now.
Jefferson will sprint out and pick up a couple of yards. He is brought down by K.J. Wright. And again, you hear a smattering of boos here in Death Valley. They're not happy with the way this offense is moving.
Right now, what they're saying right now, look, let's stop them here. Make them kick a long field goal. Don't get them in field goal range. Right now, we're down 1 score. And then again, they realize that they're going to put the pressure on Jefferson to make a throw here.
3rd down and 8. LSU 50% tonight on 3rd down.
They're playing man coverage. They're going to bring people right now at him. Now they drop off. They show him blitz, and they make a decision.
They still get some pressure on Jefferson. Got it away to Ruben Randall. Inside the 20-yard line. First down, LSU, as Jefferson got it away just in time for a pickup of 19 yards.
A great job by Jefferson. They showed blitz. They dropped off in coverage. They rushed 3 guys. Jefferson Felton knew he had a lot of time and picked out Randall on the sideline and made a good throw. That's a big play for Jefferson.
Jefferson now 8 for 13 passing, make it 9 for 14 as Randall makes another catch. This time no operating room here on the near side.
And that's like a handoff again. You throw it outside the numbers. You know you create a situation where it's one-on-one out there and you're hoping the guy can break the tackle. But here again, good job by Mississippi State's defense of rallying and holding it to, 2 yards. 3-yard gain, and that's good on defense. You hold that to a 3-yard gain, you feel like you've won defensively on that play.
Jordan Jefferson had a sharp week of practice, according to Les Miles, and felt he was going to give a great performance here tonight. Trying to lead him on a touchdown drive for the first time tonight. He's going to keep it himself. Jefferson, touchdown LSU. Boy, that's a shot in the arm.
Big time shot. And if you look at, they got 2 tight ends in the football game. And Jefferson just faked it and took it right off the tight end. Tight end did a good job, and he found the hole, and with his athletic ability, he was able to score a touchdown.
First touchdown tonight for the Tigers. 7 plays, 60 yards in almost 3 minutes. And a 16-yard touchdown run for the happiest guy in Death Valley, Jordan Jefferson. Now a little breathing room for LSU as it's to a 12-point game. ESPNU College Football Primetime is brought to you by the new 2011 Lexus IS. Wheeled precision.
Mo Galindo with your in-game update. Texas opened up a 14-0 lead over Texas Tech, driving to try to make it 21 zip, but the ball is tipped. Jarvis Phillips picking off Garrett Gilbert and taking it the distance. With that, Texas has that lead cut to 7 early in the second quarter. Clayton.
All right, Lowell, the Horns always get a handful in Lubbock, no doubt about it. There's Jordan Jefferson. And he made a plea to the fans this week. Be patient. Be realistic. I'm going to get this thing going. And it's been slow going most of the night, but just led him on a touchdown drive, and he took it himself from 19 yards out.
Did a good job. He did a good job of really baiting Montgomery to take the dive and kept the ball and ran in for the score.
Wins over Carolina and Vanderbilt. Going the right column, but weren't pretty. We're hoping to come on out here and impress their home fans tonight in the home opener. And now the energy is certainly coming along. Leon Berry gets out to the 20-yard line.
When you watch it here, watch 99, Montgomery. He's going to tackle a dive. That's not his play. He has to stay outside and take the quarterback. Quarterback reads it, finds the little alley there, and scores. That's a great read by Jefferson.
Tyler Russell will stay in for Mississippi State. That last drive, 36 passing yards and the touchdown for Mississippi State. Quite an improvement on the first half numbers. He runs out to the right, throws, and out of the reach of the intended receiver, Chad Bumpus. Up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and that's one where Bumpus was open. Russell really, he didn't set his feet. Got outside the pocket, saw Bumpus coming open, but really didn't set his feet and throw, and that's why it was a little high. Watch, he didn't set his feet.
Russell, the Mississippi Gatorade Player of the Year 2 years ago at Meridian, Mississippi. Redshirt freshman from under center. Checking at the line. Play clock down to 1. Got it off. Deep handoff. And Ladarius Perkins is dumped at the 16-yard line. There's Kelvin Shepard again.
And we know what type of player he is. And their defense now, after that touchdown, they've got new life. They got energy. And guess what? This stadium has some energy again. It's amazing what happens when you score a touchdown.
The loss of 3 on that play. Shepard, the most instinctive, intelligent linebacker that John Chavis says he's ever coached, and he's coached some good ones.
He's a tackling machine.
3rd and 13. LSU bringing 5 on the rush. The throw is caught. What a catch at the 42. There's Arcito Clark, who sat out last year with legal issues. Mississippi State glad to have him back, and you can see why, but there is a flag now.
Great catch and throw on Peterson.
That's going to go against LSU. It's Ryan Baker. As LSU was offside, and they're going to decline it. And Mississippi State moving the football now at the 42.
One-on-one situation there. They challenged Peterson again. And what happened to Peterson? He turned inside, and the ball was behind him. He couldn't locate the football on that play.
Boy, Russell with a sweet touch. Lucido Clark went up and got it. He is the prototype pocket passer. And it looked like they got it off in time. Penalty flag down. Did they call timeout? Yeah, they got a timeout just in time, it appears.
Prior to the delay of game, timeout was called by Mississippi State.
That is 2 plays in a row where they ran that play clock down to the bare nubs. 19-7 LSU. Bulldogs trailing by a couple of touchdowns to number 15 LSU here in Baton Rouge, but these Bulldogs on offense have looked pretty good since Tyler Russell came in.
And it all starts with poise in the pocket and accuracy. Look at these throws by Russell. Sits in the pocket, doesn't get nervous, looks at the defense. He locates the receiver that has the one-on-one matchup, and he throws it to him. Guys got a lot of poise going on the road and coming in and taking the team down for a drive. Now he's on his second possession. It looks like he's got him going on another drive.
Ralph had 35 passing yards through 2 quarters plus. Russell more than that already, and only played a little more than a series. 3:40 to go here in the 3rd quarter. This time Russell will hand off, and Ladarius Perkins will go ahead for a couple of yards. We've seen Elliott, Ballard, and Perkins in that Mississippi State backfield tonight.
And see, this makes it difficult for Coach Chavis, because now you have a quarterback that basically, if you pressure him, he's good enough and accurate enough to get the ball out to his wideouts. And so now it puts you in a dilemma here defensively. Do I play man-to-man or do I play zone?
2nd down and 9. Russell will keep it. And he pays for it at the 45. Punishing hit by Shepard.
Watch it. Look at the time of possession all of a sudden. It's starting to creep the other way. Mississippi State, why? They're convert 3rd downs. They're moving the ball. They're going no huddle. Not allowing LSU to put defensive players on the football field. Not allowing them to substitute.
Crowd pipes up again on 3rd down and 6. Shepard on his back foot. Turns it over. Intercepted by Nevis. Tyrann Mathieu laid the hit on Russell, and Nevis came up with the pick.
Yeah, and Chavis brought pressure, and he rolled right into the pressure. He never had a chance on this. Great play by Nevis. Watch it. They brought pressure. Here they go.
Pretty nimble for a big man.
Oh, good hands, too. He brought pressure from outside. Good play. Hit the ball up. Nevis is very alert, catches it. And now LSU is in field position again.
What a year Nevis is having. 1st down and 10 now for Jefferson and company. Play fake. Has time to throw. Gets rid of it. It's caught by Tolliver. Makes the catch at the 12-yard line. Boy, Terrence Tolliver's a good-looking receiver.
Has size. I like this call. After a turnover, they gave the ball to Jefferson and said, you know what? We're not going to run it. We're going to throw it here. And it's on you now. This is a good throw by Jefferson. And it's a confidence call in their quarterback to throw the ball down here in the red zone and not be conservative.
Confidence continuing to build for Jordan Jefferson. You can just sense it. After the turnover, LSU trying to make him pay. Inside the 5, it's Ridley. 8-yard pickup. James Stampley, the fullback, blowing open a hole. Boy, John Chavis, the defensive coordinator for LSU.
Watch Jefferson here. Watch his hand. He's going to change the call right there. He's going, you know what? He's changing the call. He sees there's a bubble there. We're going to run a little lead there.
Touchdown, LSU. Stephen Ridley.
This is all set up, remember, by turnovers. LSU defense takes the ball away 3 times, a total of 13 points off turnovers.
What Dan Mullen was worried about last year in the game against LSU, they turned it over 4 times. It killed them. They still managed to stay in that game with the Tigers, and turnovers are rearing their ugly head for the Bulldogs again. Drake Nevis with the interception, setting up a Ridley touchdown. Turnovers have become points tonight for LSU. Stephen Ridley takes it in from 3 yards out, having the 3-play drive after the interception. Tom Luganbill, David Pollack, they're the men for BCS Countdown for in-depth analysis of Week 3 and we'll look ahead to Week 4 for you. The BCS Countdown presented by Allstate on ESPNU HD Monday at 6. John Chavis, the defensive coordinator for LSU, he must be beaming with pride. That man has one of the best defenses in the country, and people are really starting to recognize that.
He's got a lot of talent, young talent, and every week they gain a little bit more confidence.
Leon Berry, penalty flag down as he's chopped down at the 22. Tom Ritter is our referee tonight. And it's a holding call against the Dogs.
There's a flag.
These are starting to come unraveled for Mississippi State.
Yeah, penalties and turnovers on the road, they're never good.
During the return, holding number 42 on the receiving team, 10-yard penalty, first down.
And Zach Smith.
Bulldogs penalized 10 yards.
Drake Nevis had that interception moments ago for LSU that led to the touchdown. Really solid as a backup last year. He's one of the mainstays of the defensive tackle position this season. Really taking advantage of it. Handoff on first down to Elliott, and he'll get 6 yards. For more on Drake Nevis, let's go down to Jessica.
Guys, when Coach Les Miles first recruited Drake Nevis, he didn't stand out to him because of his size. He stood out to him because of his work ethic and the fact that he made every single play he saw. Now, he is the hardest working guy by far in the weight room. That's the work ethic that's needed to make game-changing plays like you just saw on the field right now.
Yeah, he's 6'2", 285. And by defensive tackle standards in the SEC, not imposing, as Elliott takes it close to another first down for Mississippi State. But it's his quickness and some of the other intangibles that Nevis has that makes him so good.
I visited with Nevis during practice. You're being nice when you say he's 6'2". But what he has going, he's a disruptor. Very quick off the ball, plays with great pad level and great body strength. He's got great legs on him and a great set of hands where he can really disrupt things, especially versus guards.
Besides reflexes on that interception.
He's an athlete.
On first down. Here's Russell. He's going to run it again. Continue to try to take LSU by surprise. And Peterson knocks him down after a gain of 3. It's going to be the last play of the third quarter. LSU opening things up in that quarter.
They really, and the key was letting Jefferson go back and throw the ball after the turnover.
Les Miles, more pleased, I'm sure, since halftime. Tyler Russell's done a pretty good job, though, with that Mississippi State offense. They're still in it, 26-7 as we go to the fourth.
I never let you down, I'ma shine on sight. Keep your mind on your grind and out for mine's alright. Like a G, I hold it down. In a flash like that, recognize I'm bad.
LSU taking advantage of some Mississippi State mistakes in this game. 3 turnovers, 3 interceptions thrown by Mississippi State quarterbacks, and 13 points off those turnovers. Mississippi State now second down and 6 as we start the fourth quarter.
Start the fourth quarter, LSU has a lead similar to what it had in North Carolina, right? Now you got to hold on to this league and just finish it off.
But Darius Perkins nowhere to go. And this LSU defense, it's like they sense blood in the water. They are swarming to the football.
And the fans are back into the game. They're standing. They see what's transpiring out on this football field now. Got him in 3rd and long again. Not good when you're on the road. The crowd will rev it up here on this 3rd down. Trust me.
Awesome 3 on that last play. To 3rd and 9. Play clock down to 2. Russell throws. Wobbly pass picked off again. Claiborne with his 2nd interception tonight. Brings it back 19 yards, 29 yards, excuse me, to the 10-yard line.
Watch it here. You're going to get pressure. He feels the pressure. He can't step up in the pocket. Errant throw. He can't step up and throw the football. He's throwing it with his arm. Not very accurate. We get another big play defensively. And guess what? Their offense has field position again. Turnovers, turnovers, turnovers on the road. This is the 2nd year they've been in this environment, and they've turned the ball over Mississippi State. And now LSU has to capitalize on this. They like to score touchdowns.
Stephen Ridley hopping to the 5-yard line.
And Les Miles, he said earlier as the season began, he said, I want to be a power running team. I want to be able to run the football. Well, here's the reason he's saying that. He knows now it's the 4th quarter. You have a chance to finish the game, to take time off the clock. When you do that running the football, and you wear the defense down. Mississippi State's defense is being worn down in this 4th quarter because of their offense's inability to make first downs.
They were settling for field goals early. Looking for another touchdown. Ridley lowers his head again, and he is stopped at around the 3-yard line. The average starting field position for LSU tonight, the Mississippi State 46-yard line. And LSU now starting to take advantage of the gifts.
And that's what you want. When you get field position like that, you have to score. There's no doubt. And they're going to continue to run this football.
Ridley and James Stampley in the backfield. It's Ridley. And he bounces into the teeth of that Mississippi State defense. It's going to be a loss of 2. Fletcher Cox, the defensive tackle, blocked a field goal last week in the Auburn game, makes the stop for Mississippi State. And it's going to bring up 4th down and goal.
And here again, Mississippi State's defense, they do a great job of really denying these guys a score. Hopefully they're going to hold them to a field goal here. And so you got to give them a lot of credit.
Going for a school record. Going for his 5th field goal tonight. And he's got it from 21 yards out. Josh Jasper with his 5th three-pointer of the night. And LSU expands their lead. That's where we'll be next Saturday night. And Florida getting some great efforts from Jeff Demps so far this year, the speedster. Randall Cobb in Kentucky will go into Gainesville next week. Cobb is a weapon in so many respects. But that Florida defense, very good. Janoris Jenkins, there he is, number 1 cornerback for the Gators. That defense has 10 interceptions, which leads the country.
Florida always has a good defense, it seems like, right? This is the water they drink down there or something. A good defense.
That offense has struggled at times, but the defense, yes, it has been good. And Mississippi State will have it at the 32. Let's go to the studio.
Carry the ball.
Clay, thank you so much. Over on ESPN, Clemson with the early lead against the Auburn Tigers, but Auburn coming back. On the reverse, Ontario McCaleb going 12 yards and in. 17-10, Clemson still with the lead. And in Lubbock, Texas, Taylor Potts to his high school teammate Lyle Leong, and that ties the game up with the Horns, 14-all, getting late in the first half. Clay.
All right, Lowell, thank you very much. Auburn running out of time there against Clemson. Cam Newton has looked pretty good, though, for the Tigers.
Yes, he has. Done a good job here again. A lot of time.
Passing complete, intended for Bumpus. Of second down. The ACC having a bad week last week. See that they've slipped to 7th in the rating structure. SEC.
That SEC still at the top, huh? For some reason, they always seem to be like 1 or 2.
Second down, 10, 32.
A lot of good football left to be played here. LSU defense has really gotten Russell out of rhythm here. You know, when he came in early, he was very confident, completed some balls. Now they've rattled him a little bit. Obviously slow. He's thrown 2 interceptions. LSU defense, you want to be in this situation. They let one get a little bit too close in North Carolina, and now their defense needs to finish this game off as well as their offense.
After a loss of 1, 3rd down and 11. I've seen this LSU defense now 2 weeks in a row, Coach. And if you're like me, you're pretty impressed.
Yeah, they're a lot of talent, and Coach Miles said, hey, you know, by the 3rd week, we're going to be a lot better because we're very young.
There is Tyler Russell hooking up with his receiver out at the 42-yard line. It's Brandon Henderson, the tight end. The turnovers have been the issue for Mississippi State. And Peterson got the first pick. Claiborne's had 2 tonight. A guy you wouldn't expect to have an interception, Drake Nevis.
Yep, and here again, hustle by the LSU defense, and then really the LSU's offense taking advantage of it and putting 13 points on the board.
Here comes the heat. Russell is hit. Almost picked off again. Did he get it? Yes, he did. Interception number 5. And this time it's Peterson. That's his second. Shepard.
Watch the pressure here. He gets hit, can't step up. And why he throws it at Peterson on his side, I have no idea. Leave that guy alone. Bad things happen.
ESPNU College Football Primetime is presented by 5-Hour Energy. Hours of energy now, no 2:30 feeling later. For more information, visit 5hourenergy.com. The LSU defense came into the night leading the nation in sacks. You've had just 1 tonight. for a total of 11 on the year. After tonight, they'll probably lead the nation in interceptions as well.
Yeah, but here, sometimes if you look at sacks and you say, oh, the number, but remember, they've hit the quarterback a lot. And when you hit quarterbacks, they're generally not very accurate.
Tigers have it at their own 45-yard line. They have been in good field position all night long. Here's Jefferson sprinting out to the right, and he'll keep it. Hit at the 48. The crowd wants a late hit call. Let's take a look at the quest for the coach's trophy presented by Dr. Pepper. Les Miles in his 6th season now here in Baton Rouge. National championship in 2007. The fans, though, have been a little anxious. They haven't liked the trend. 8-5 in 2008, 9-4 last year. There have been some play calls they've disagreed with, some ugly losses. And even though they've had a couple of wins already this year, the critics have been vocal again.
Yeah, you're right. But here again, Coach Miles understands it. He understands one thing. Win it.
Ridley picks up the first down. Let's go down to Jessica Mendoza.
Well, in a position where college coaches don't have a lot of balance, Les Miles does a really good job balancing family and football. I talked to his wife, Kathy. She said when he comes home from work, we don't talk football. He wants to know what's happening in the kids' lives. And you guys, the night before games, he's up with his kids watching movies, not tape, because he wants to relax and be current in their lives.
Smart man. Understand your priorities.
Knows how to balance. There's Ridley again with a 40.
And those priorities help when you got a good football team. He's got a good football team, a young football team. They hold on tonight. They're going to be 3-0. How about that? I mean, all you can do is win the games you play. He's played 3 games. He's got a chance to go 3-0 tonight. And then play West Virginia at home again.
And like you said, they want to be clicking on all cylinders when they go on the road to Florida. And they got West Virginia and Tennessee at home the next couple of weeks. And, you know, Les Miles will say they're not looking beyond those 2 opponents, but that's what they're really trying to do, is get going on all cylinders by that game. Jefferson pressured, gets out of the tackle, and spins down to the 37-yard line. October 9th is a game in Gainesville.
Look at their schedule here. You know, obviously they got a chance to go 3 on that. Then they play West Virginia, which is a good game. Then they play Tennessee. And then, you know, and they can get through those. If they get through those, all of a sudden they're looking at 5-0 playing Florida, you know, and have to go on the road. But now that this football team has matured, when you look at the schedule, they're gaining, every time you win a game, your team gains confidence. But the thing about tonight, Jefferson has gained some confidence.
And on 3rd and 5, he's going up top, looking for Tolliver. No, that's Shepard. And it lands incomplete. Tolliver was down there too. Shepard came back toward the football and almost had it for a touchdown.
Intended for number 10, Russell Shepard.
I like the call. I really do. And that's one where really Shepard can help him out there. I mean, you like for Shepard to make a great catch and catch that.
37-yard line.
Jonathan Banks in on the coverage. Now if he goes a little more in Tolliver's direction, that's probably a touchdown. Banks did a pretty good job there covering Shepard.
Yeah, and they did. And here again, when you have great athletes, he caught man-to-man coverage. He realized that, and he threw it up. And when you throw it up, you want your wide receiver to go make a play for you.
And Jasper will come out, and it's most likely to punt. He is the team's pooch punter.
And then they took a delay because they want to get, you know, better field position for the punter, so he can pooch one down there and pin them back and let their defense play.
He has done a great job in all aspects tonight, already setting an LSU record with 5 field goals in one game, including a long of 51 in the first half.
The special teams have played well. I mean, what can you say about the kicker? I mean, set a record tonight. We watched the record being set. How about that? Go on the road, watch a record being set, and I know it's a field goal, but those are good. They all count. Points are good. Anytime you score points, that's a good thing. That's what offense is supposed to do. Score points.
More penalty flags here. Your first trip to LSU and Death Valley to watch a college game. Your impressions after this call?
Dead ball, offside, number 97 defense. Penalty is declined. Remains fourth down.
Well, you can't say enough about the venue, obviously. But I think that the next thing is the hospitality of all the folks down here. I mean, they've been very hospitable to us, very nice. They're excited about us covering LSU. I think they think every time we cover them, they win. And right now we've covered them twice and they've won. So that's a good thing.
Nice job on the punt by Jasper. What else can the guy do? He's got an S on his chest tonight. Downed inside the 5-yard line by Daniel Graff.
Noah Galindo with an in-game update. Early in the game, Kirk Cousins had an opportunity to tie up Michigan State with Notre Dame through a pick in the end zone. This time around, not so much. It's Keyshawn Martin. That's good because it ties the game up at 7. Cam Newton also very good to the corner on the front side of the end zone. Darvin Adams tying the game up at 17.
So Auburn coming back to tie it up. Thank you, Lowell. How about Arkansas beating Georgia late, 31-24. Mallet, 380 yards passing. Georgia now 0-2 in the league. Florida defeating Tennessee. We'll see Florida next Saturday night. As Mississippi State from inside their own 5-yard line trying to get a little breathing room. It's Vic Ballard out to the 5-yard line. And Alabama beat Duke today convincingly, and they got their Heisman Trophy winner back, Mark Ingram.
Well, that's the bell cow. You can say what you want. Everyone's talking about the other guy, and he's gonna be okay. This is the bell cow. This is the heart and soul of the offense, the runner, and he showed it today. He had a good day. Didn't carry it that many times, but had a good day running the football.
Trent Richardson doing a pretty good job while Ingram was convalescing. Second down and 8. Russell, deep handoff. And it's Ballard again out to the 6. It's going to bring a 3rd down and long. ESPN News coverage of college football continuing tonight as UNLV takes on Nathan Enderle and the Idaho Vandals. College football primetime presented by 5 Hour Energy on the U tonight at 10:30. Bobby Houck had a ton of success at Montana. They're trying to turn that UNLV program around. It's coming up.
I tell you, the U is everywhere, huh? I mean, 10:30 at night, we're still watching football. I love it. It's great.
You can't get enough.
Did you watch the game last night? My Cal Bears went down in Nevada. I watched that thing. It was up until 12 o'clock last night watching that thing. I was hoping for a comeback. Not so much.
Colin Kaepernick always puts on a good show. Vic Ballard snuffed out deep. Loss of 2. It's Kelvin Shepard. He's been everywhere tonight. He had 19 tackles through the first 2 games. And he has been busy again tonight.
Does that surprise you? He's a tackling machine. What he does very well, he can key and diagnose plays. I mean, that's the key to playing good linebacker. You got to key and diagnose what's going on. He has a great feel for that.
He's got 8 tackles in this game.
This is not good. Backed up punting to Peterson.
Peterson hasn't had to return a punt tonight from the 47. Look at him go. Penalty flag is down. Peterson, 1 man to beat. Leans out to the pylon. They're going to mark him out at the 4, but there is a flag down on the play. Boy, Patrick Peterson, every time he touches the ball, and this will come back, he is just fun to watch. He's the main event.
Well, remember, when you punt the ball to him, here's the problem. There's only 4 guys that can really tackle it once you punt it to him, because you got some linemen that are running downfield. They're not going to get there.
Illegal block in the back, number 37 receiving team. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, 1st down.
son Hatcher, Carnell Hatcher.
Yeah, that's the thing. He had his first start, played pretty good, and he got him in the back. Don't push him. You don't need to push him in the back. That's a foul every time. Don't push him in the back. This guy, Peterson's good enough. That kid wasn't going to tackle him.
Still pretty good field position at their own 46-yard line.
Got a new quarterback in there, old Lee.
And Jared Lee comes on for the first time tonight from under center. We'll give it to the running back, Stephen Ridley.
And you know, in pro football, high school football, college football, they call this time of the game right now, when it gets within 5 minutes and you got a substantial lead, hammer time. And this is when you want to run the ball, impose your will with your offensive lineman on the defense, and just run the ball and take time off the clock. Their defense should not come back on the field. LSU's defense should be done for the night. Just run this clock out and keep them off the field and let your offense control the line of scrimmage.
Lee on second down and 5. Again, hands off, and Ridley will be a yard short of the first down. Jared Lee was LSU's starter for the first 8 games of 2008 when he was a freshman. He threw 16 interceptions in those games. 4 were returned for touchdowns. He ran out of favor with the coaches, the fans, and pretty soon he found himself on the sideline. With that said, he has stayed positive, and he thinks that he can still be a starting quarterback in this league. And there was a lot of people talking and bannering that around this week that he might deserve to start this game.
Yeah, and I think that the thing here is you have to realize that he understands that really he's one hit away from being the starting quarterback here. So he realizes that, and here again, hammer time. Blue on a good run, a little toss, and now Mississippi State's defense is worn down. They are worn down.
Not a lot of yards tonight for LSU, but they've had great field position.
Field position, and you see that big number right there? It says 5 turnovers. Hard to win a game when you turn over that many times on the road.
Alfred Blue again. Scored his first career touchdown last week. True freshman that they're very high on here in Baton Rouge. Spencer Ware is another one.
They should not have to throw a pass. They should run this clock out. That's what they want to do. They just run the ball. They got the ball with 5 minutes left, and they're going to run it every down. And guess what? Those guys in the purple know it. Dan Mullen knows it. This is how you win in this conference. When you have a lead in the 4th quarter, you want to be able to run the ball and close the game out.
Their deep handoff to Blue. And he's got a first down. Ball comes loose. And Mississippi State has it. Ball comes loose one more time. Looks like the Bulldogs have it. Yes, they do. First turnover tonight for LSU. And there you go, Coach. Yep. It's all about finishing, and here they turn it over with 2:28 to go.
And that's what you don't want to do. Look at Blue. He's got it right here. And, that's a good play there. 26 jumps on it and gets the ball back for Mississippi State.
Galindo here with a dramatic turnaround in Auburn, Alabama. Clemson had the Auburn Tigers down 17-0, but they have come back with 24 straight points. 6 off this 78-yarder from Cam Newton to Terrell Zachary, and Auburn with the lead 24-17. Clay.
All right, Lowell, thank you very much. Cam Newton, been impressive this year for the Auburn Tigers. Mississippi State did a good job after halftime last week against Cam Newton, but still the Tigers were able to get out of Starkville with a win.
Yeah, he's a big physical player, boy. I watched him on tape here this week, and it'll be fun when we cover them. I mean, it's going to be, I want to see this guy really in person.
Darius Perkins on that last run. Pick up a 5. It'll bring up second down. 2:10 to go. LSU poised to go to 3-0 on the year. First half, the offense didn't look good, but took advantage of some turnovers, and in the second half, pulled away.
Yeah, their defense set up some big plays for them.
Russell
offensively
completed the 36-yard line to Chris Smith. and a first down for Mississippi State. Let's go to Jessica.
Hey, we've seen the defensive work of Kelvin Shepherd on the field, but it's really the brain behind all that physical stuff that goes on. Defensive coordinator John Chavis said he is the smartest player he's ever coached. He could walk out today, and Shepherd could coach this team. He is truly a leader on defense.
He considered going to the NFL, Jessica. Thank you very much, but stayed here in Baton Rouge, and he's going to be a big part of this defense all season long. Pass out of bounds, penalty flag down in the secondary. Comes from the line judge.
Yeah, and that was a foul on that was pass interference. Right away, you could see it.
That's going to be holding on the Tigers. Shepherd tonight, 8 tackles. Seems like he's always around the football.
Yeah, and as Coach Chavis, when he talked to us about him, very smart, very athletic, and that's what you want. You know, when you play that position, linebacker, he really calls the defense. He gets the guys lined up. He has to make the checks, and that's why he's a great player. He can do all that and still play football, which is difficult when you talk about playing that linebacker position.
Fifth-year senior, so he's been around a long time. He knows the defense like the back of his hand. And he helps out a lot of the younger players, not just at the linebacking position, but everywhere on that defense.
Yeah, you know what's great about tonight, the win for LSU? They played well in all 3 phases when you think about it. I know they struggled a little early on offense, but they hung in there. Their defense took the ball away, which you want to do. Their special teams played well. And you know, they almost ran a punt back, except for the foul. So all 3 phases played well, and they ran the ball.
There's Perkins down at the 49, and our 5-star player of the game, presented by Wrangler. Josh Jasper mentioned special teams playing well tonight. Nobody on special teams played better than that guy. Set a school record. 5 field goals made tonight, along of 51.
And remember this. Let's say, well, they kicked 5 field goals. All those, 4 of them early were important.
Huge.
I mean, they were important. I mean, they were playing like 3-0, 6-0, 9-0. Those are big-time field goals. You don't want this. I know Coach Chavis doesn't want this. He doesn't want them to get the little extra yardage at the end.
That does it. Les Miles and the LSU Tigers get the win, 29-7. Dan Mullen still looking for that first SEC win of the year.
In LSU, the first home game, they won 29-7. You can say what you want is 29-7. That's a good win for LSU. Now they're 3-0.
Coming up next, Sports Center U. And we'll be back here to wrap up this one momentarily. College football fans, you don't want to miss the experts. 6 experts, an unfiltered conversation. Tuesdays at 1 and 7 Eastern on ESPNU. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For Jessica Mendoza, Herm Edwards, I'm Clay Matthews. So long from Baton Rouge, Louisiana.